Hello, 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 VOD Squad. Welcome to the silly stream. We'll be doing about what we typically do, except without the video games. I just like to draw a little, if that's alright. Not sure what VC I'm gonna hop in, because I do what I want. I'll hop in one though. Probably the one in my personal server, for the boys. I honestly have no plans, other than, well, actually I have a little bit of plans. But not like for how long it's gonna go, or if it will just get randomly cut short or anything. I have no clue. And you can't expect me to. I'm a simple guy. I'm gonna get started in just a minute. It seems like my internet's being a little bit goofy. That's not what I want. What could it possibly be complaining about? My internet is fine and normal, thank you very much. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you too. You should eat. It's important. Wow. Maybe this thing. Let's see it a little bigger so that I can use it. That's the truth, though. I highly recommend eating. What exactly are we looking for? Window. There we go. That is not the right size. That's good. Actually. No. Wrong. 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 Why is this thing being annoying? Window. Ooh. There we go. This is JS Paint. It's an online recreation of old MS Paint. Because it makes me happy to draw in that style. Or in that thing. I don't know. I like the program. What are you gonna do? Alright, so tonight I'm gonna be drawing my silly guys in outfits off their Pinterest boards because I have so many outfits saved on all of their Pinterest boards. And I need to put them to use. Fish shirt, star shorts, or something like that. What if we just combine it all? We'll figure it out on the way. Man, I swear, this is never in a good position for me. Doesn't matter what I do. Okay, now surely it won't do the thing on here, right? one of these buttons is... Oh, there it is. Okay. Does the scroll bar work? Hello? You can't even see the scroll bar on the side. It's just not working for me. You can't see, I'm doing like a pose with my hands to try and figure out how to draw them. That is not correct. At all. Who's there?
Hello.
Who's there?
How's your existence?
Jackson! Hi!
Hello.
I'm live on the internet.
I heard that you were.
Who told you?
The streaming channel in Discord.
Oh, it's so quirky like that.
I can tell.
I'm just drawing.
Whoa. That's so fun.
How's your Thanksgiving?
It's a Thanksgiving. We didn't do it at our house, and now I'm at my aunt's, and it's not terrible. It's rather pleasant, but also I would like to leave now.
Go home.
How's yours?
It was fine. My grandparents came over and, you know, just kind of sat around for a while.
Oh wait, were they Asian as well?
No, those ones are dead.
Oh. Oh.
Sorry to disappoint.
Sorry to bring it up. I didn't mean to remind you.
No, it's fine.
Sorry to remind you of that awful time of your life. I know you're still living with the consequences today.
What,
Really tragic.
Asian? Yeah.
Yeah. Really. But...
No, really.
Whoa! The football thing's happening.
Football?
Whoa! The football! Whoa! The football! Whoa!
They do that at this time of night.
No, the man, he ran past like 4 dudes, and like 4 dudes tried to stop him, and he went, no, each time.
Football!
And he kept running, and then he went all the way, and I don't know which team did that, but yay!
Football!
They lifted him up, they picked him up.
Aww.
He got married to the whole team.
I'm so happy for him.
I think it's the Dallas Cowboys. You missed you missed a man, like, intercept the ball, and then he ran all the way down to the end zone after passing 4 people.
That's so goofy.
I know. It's crazy. We all know sports. That's the purpose of sports.
Yep. Jules, watch the stream instead of the road, please. I can hear your dad. What is he on about?
Just go down the
Father, what are you on about?
They're really tough.
What were you on about? What were you on about? What were you on about?
No one's paying you.
You were saying. You were saying is really good. I'm gonna pick that.
Jump around.
You're early. You can't get up to get down yet.
Get that.
Did you like my shirt?
Yes, I do. Okay, it took me a second to remember it, but yes, I do like it. In fact, I think I've seen someone at church wear the exact same shirt.
All settings won't work, and that's
I wore it for the irony.
I know you're a devout Christian.
No. As we all know, I'm a devout Christian woman.
Yup.
All of those things.
Every single one.
So when I click on this word,
Just like I know you're a devout Christian woman.
Yep. That's kind of what I do.
Most of that, yeah. That's so weird. Second, perspective is so hard, and
Yeah.
so
That's why you just kind of, at least in my experience, I just like to kind of cheat my way out of it.
yeah, but then it's but that's the you can't do that.
Well, my work.
I like perspective because now I know how to do it. I used to be annoyed, but I didn't know. Now I do it. I still hate it, but I like it more that it's correct.
That's good.
Then again, that's just how I am.
I mean,
What are you drawing?
I'm,
Describe it for me.
I'm drawing
Using
Gilbert.
chess notation.
I'm drawing Gilbert, but I'm trying to like. Well, I'm using outfits that I have saved on Pinterest for Gilbert, so that my outfits aren't just boring.
Ah. Have you tried using the glue brush?
Get off. I'd have to draw
Do you know
first. Yes, I know the.
I love that so
I know
much.
the glue brush.
It's so good. It's so good. Oh my god.
Oh, they looked at me. Look at these new glue textures.
I use the glue brush for drawing glue.
It's so good.
Because I can't think of a single fucking instance you would.
I don't. Yeah. When are you drawing glue?
Like, it's going to adhere to something else. Unless you just coated someone in glue. Which, that's not how that works. Like, it would need to be wet glue. And I can't think of any time you would want to draw wet glue.
I can.
Like, enough that you would need a whole brush for it. There's the thing, though. Like, because there's instances you would need to draw wet glue, like if you were in an arts and crafts thing and like you wanted like a comic artist or something. But enough that you'd need a whole brush. I don't know. Sounds like we need Ian.
I think I'd need to draw Ian to make the glue brush. Make the glue brush useful, that is.
I low-key would absolutely want to go and see that art. Because I'm uninterested in the actual like content. I just want to see everyone else looking mortified at Ian. Kind of like Tony the Tiger.
It is for your
I don't want to think about the Tony the Tiger.
Tony the Tiger lives in my brain rent-free at all times. Can we leave? Are we two away? Are we two away now? Okay.
Watch that tape. The table points at me. It couldn't have it.
I'm glad the table bite you.
How
I
was
wrote
your-
poetry. That was fun. It was kind of okay.
Oh, I did see that. I don't remember
I didn't-
reading it, but I did see it.
I don't like its rhyme scheme that much. Jake from State Farm.
Jake from State Farm. Jake from State Farm, how you doing?
It's me, Jake from State Farm. What are you wearing?
Jake, what are you wearing?
What are you wearing?
Jake, are you wearing
I asked
khakis?
first. I asked first.
No, are you wearing khakis?
I asked first. You have to answer first.
Man,
I mean, I'm wearing some black stretch pants and
Why are you
super
telling
sexy
me? Why are
boots.
you telling me what you're wearing? That's weird.
Because you just fucking asked me, Jake. Jake, don't
my
be.
mother.
I think Jake is hitting on your mother.
I'm posting this on Twitter.com.
I respect the drive.
Wait, can I show you a picture? How do I video call you?
That's why the video call everyone.
No, I want to show Jake my sexy boots.
Jake does
Fuck.
not care. I can...
Hold on, I'm gonna try to figure it
Oh my
out.
god.
Make it, I want a picture.
Okay.
I'm just sexy boots.
Nice.
You like
boots.
that?
That's
It's a
not
whole
what I
leg.
thought you said. Nice boots. Very cool. They're brown. They're about a foot
Mhm.
tall.
Jake, really? It's 2 in the morning? You're talking to Jake? Oh, look, now Jake's looking at you.
Really?
Say hi.
How that works, huh? It's weird I like captures
When
light
you
like
point
that.
the
huh?
camera
Right.
at someone, that's what they see.
Listen, Jake,
Yeah.
who else is on this call?
Yeah.
Jacob.
Besides Jake, who else is talking here?
Jacob.
Okay, look, I know who you are. Who else is here?
Why do you go and assume like every single thing is like phone call ones?
Because it should be.
No. It's a triple stuff. She is. What are you talking about? It's fucking
I just want to know who he's talking to.
Take my battery.
It does matter.
You want to go to take my friends to the bathroom while you pee, or do you want to hand it back to me?
All right, shit just got weird. Jake, it was nice talking to you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Okay,
thank
Happy
you.
Thanksgiving.
You gotta get back there.
You wanted the camera on in the first place. I think you have to.
What is the camera on in the first place? That is true.
I'm sorry.
Did you like her boobs?
I swear, sometimes I can't tell if she actually knows it's me or not.
I can't either. Like, it's a fun little game where it's like, maybe.
Just tell her I'm on my way.
Literally, I only do. Well, no, you're never on your way. It's always Hannah's on her way.
Yeah.
You're not always yet. You're thinking about it. Oh, you know. Oh, you know. Yeah, no, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's okay, I know.
So, how are things?
Things? What are things, really?
Well, when a mother and a father want to have a second child, they begin to go and buy things at a Macy's to go and fill the void before commencing the act.
Like what?
What?
What could two people possibly buy?
In a Macy's, the possibilities are endless in this economy.
What?
You could-
any
you could get a
interest could you
pre-
possibly possibly do in a Macy's?
You could have I don't know, it's a fairly good time.
I didn't say if it was actually any good. I just know it happens.
I showed up to a Thanksgiving. Fun fact, I showed up to this Thanksgiving in the shirt that I sent you that says
Yeah.
catch up with Jesus and Heinz on it. But I also showed up in white sweatpants and boots that are combat edition.
Combat
So-
boots.
So I am giving off all of the vibes.
I imagine.
I know.
It's an interesting combination of vibes.
All I need is a glue brush and I'm set to go.
You're good for the night, really.
Have you, what was it? It wasn't MK, it was the other one. There's another one. Maybe it was MK. Yeah, it's MK. There's like another thing that's not PM Seymour. It's very similar, but instead it's a fun man with like the best vibes, and I enjoy him recently. And he also does Tumblr reviews, but his voice
Is it that
and like
Catboy one?
it might be. Does he have white hair?
No.
No.
I don't remember the
But-
guy I was thinking of's name either, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Yeah, no, but he does Tumblr things, but he also like makes like a voice that sounds like a disparaged Victorian like peasant for every single Tumblr post, and it's so good.
That's perfect.
Where it's like, mother, feed us, we are but skin and bone, but it's like kind of better than that, like a little bit better than that, and he does it for every post, and that's why I appreciate him more than PM Seymour. I love PM Seymour, but also he's so good. I think it's MKEMKAY, but yeah, no, highly recommend that. If
You know, MK, I haven't watched him in a very long time, but I know he had a different YouTube channel that, like, collapsed. But he's one of those guys that doesn't like music.
oh weird, I used to be one of those, a little bit.
I don't
Oh, a
think
guy
you
that didn't-
were.
I didn't listen to music a lot. Like I wouldn't like go out of my way to do so.
But, like,
Like I like music, but I just don't like.
you didn't just,
Ooh,
like,
I
not
didn't-
like music, though.
Oh, you just don't like patterns in the fun, funky beats with the ratios and shit.
Yeah, like Seth, who, like, just didn't like music.
Seth is such an
I
abnormality.
know.
Like I think about it, and I'm like, how'd we end up here?
How did we get here?
It's that one Minecraft achievement that's like a secret one. That's
Like,
Seth.
how did we get here? Yeah.
Yeah. Are we two away? I don't know. She's just making a face at me through a window. Am I two away now? Am I two away, or did you just make faces at me? Oh, it is time to go.
Aw, exciting.
Yes, it is.
You get to go home.
I do. I get to go home. Isn't that a lovely thing? I broke off a soda tab completely off, and just for a camera.
You know what that means.
Yep. Macy's, baby. I too love not wearing a watch. I agree, Father. Yeah.
It's time to get a watch.
No. On Tuesdays. Oh yeah.
Don't approach me on a Tuesday. I'm busy.
I came up with the best idea for the murder mystery today. So finally, after many days, I finally have. And
outside. You can just go.
I don't know if I'm like legally allowed to share you,
Instead of like,
That's okay. I understand.
yeah.
I'm sure it'll be worth the wait.
but I'm not. I won't share you like all of the circumstances. But I think I found a way to incorporate people's like exactly writing how a murder happened, and like kind of give you guys like creative interpretation and liberties to make your own, which I don't. I'm a little bit worried about
Well, I believe
that
in
because
you. I think you'll figure it out.
well, it's not. It's not like I understand what I bring to the table is good. I'm worried about some people who are just gonna get a knife and then gonna stab someone and then not do anything else.
But we're not going to do anything else.
You
Nothing
didn't
could
hear
go
all of the first
wrong.
time.
Nothing could go wrong.
No, but like the thing is, so the biggest irony in like whenever you like overcomplicate a crime like that is that the more complicated a crime is, the more options of evidence it has to lead back to you.
Yeah.
So, let's see, like Gundam's trial, best trial in all of the games. Made the most complicated murder. One little problem caught up because someone sat outside the room, and so he was then the only one who it could have been suddenly. So it's kind of like that. But there's got to be some people who realize that, and instead of making a fun murder case, they're gonna just try to go stab someone.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's so easy, and that brings all the fun out of it. Where's the creativity?
Yeah. Where's the passion, really?
Honestly, where's the drama? Which I gotta say, that's like half the fun. If I was ever in Danganronpa, I gotta say, I would go and make sure I'm throwing out all the stops. Just
I'd love to
saying.
see you on Danganronpa.
I think that'd be so fun. I would do so good.
I believe in you.
Legitimately, I would like be so good. You don't even know. But I was having like a lot of struggles because like I wrote like 4 really good murders. And then I was like, okay, these are all of the very good like twists and reveals, and they're all like very tight knit and everything. And then we got to like the 5th chapter, and I'm like, okay, now I have to tie in like an overall theme to this, so I have an ending.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, then we just had a bunch of little puzzles. And then we tied a theme, and then I got spaced out enough that I started to write poetry.
It happens sometimes. I do it too.
Oh yeah, but that happened. And then now we do that. I also have someone currently drawing me things, which is cool.
That's great.
So maybe this thing will actually get done. Maybe.
That would be
Question
awesome.
mark.
I believe in
I
you.
would love that. I believe in me as well.
You
I
have
wish I was
commitment.
good. I wish I was good enough at art in order to do it fast enough. Thank you for having us food. We're going to farewell. Say goodbye, Jacob.
Farewell.
Bye. Okay. I stole all of the taters. I stole your tater tots. It's okay. They weren't tater tots out.
You and Jackson are lovely anytime. Hold on. Don't break her. Oh.
During dinner, they asked what I was thankful for, and I said, I'm thankful for modern medicine so I can have painkillers to numb the pain in my ass you all are. And then we ate food.
How kind of you.
I know.
You're kind of a saint.
It's kind of a what, Seth?
Saint.
Saint?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, I caught up with Jesus. You all are behind. What was the patron saint?
Don't know, bro. Don't ask me.
I thought you were religion.
I'm not Catholic. I don't have saints.
Is that the Catholics?
Yeah.
I thought the Catholics were at war with the Montagues.
Well, that too.
Oh, wait. Wasn't it the Catholicer?
What's the beat Catholic?
No, you're thinking of a catheter.
Oh. Updog is what again? Up,
Your
dog.
mother.
Up you up. Up, dog. Up you up.
Hey, bud.
Farewell, thank you for food. Yep. Don't die on the stairs. What? The cage? Minimum cage?
Minimum gauge.
Oh, that one.
Yeah!
Minimum cage. Yeah.
Oh.
That was what I was referencing, actually.
Who is rapping on my chamber door?
I was scarcely sure I heard you.
Currently live on twitch.tv. What is it? You're screaming. No. You went, no, I went, yeah! Same thing! Yeah! Alright. It sounds like a you problem. She told me she'd think of a comeback and then come back.
Just go for it. What are you talking about? I love how my mother is not in the car yet. I think that's my favorite part.
Supposed to be leaving.
We are. I'm at the car, and she's supposed to be in there. She's not yet.
Who should I draw next?
It's iconic, yeah. I had this whole week off, which is kind of fun.
You had the whole week off?
Yeah, did you not? It sounds like you didn't.
No! I just got off school today.
Sucks to be you, huh?
I'm gonna start killing, maybe.
Ha! Duh. I'll do better.
I'm sure you
That's
will.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of excited. I think my plan is I'm just going to incorporate interesting aspects and hope people's creativity will just go and happen. Where if I have, like, if I just add, like, a kiln and, like, you know, absolutely normal things that are in every
I can do
mansion,
wonderful things with a kiln.
I'm just really hoping that if, like, there's enough, like, really interesting areas, like, if I just had, like, a whole ass crash compactor and incinerator, what else is interesting? Like,
No, I
a bowling alley, like, with, like, an automated pin setup system, or, like, stuff. Like, if I just keep adding places, maybe they'll get creative, I'm hoping.
I'm sure they will. You've
And-
curated a cast, so...
I did, but some of them are kind of there to fill space. Not like fill space, but like
No,
if everyone's smart, then no one's smart, and then we're all on an equal thing, and then it just sounds like then no one will then be. And so the current I was great question. I think she got caught in the minimum cage.
It's alright, it happens to the best of us.
It also happens to the worst of us. And also happens especially to the last of us.
Oh, I was thinking it happens best of times and worst of times and times
I was
pretty
just
good,
about to
and
say-
times are pretty bad.
I was just about to say that. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times.
I'm in your brain.
Oh, get out. You're drawing everywhere with the glue brush. Why? The door's open. It's open. The chamber door. It's a rat-tat-tapping on my chamber door.
I'm gonna
Don't
rap
come
on
this
your
way,
door
then.
tonight.
No.
I'm showing up your door.
Chris changed his PFB to Kinger, and I went,
Yeah, I saw.
oh!
Oh, what do you think of that show, by the way?
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. It's got the
Solid, very
spirit.
stellar. It's the right spirit. I'm not surprised that people hate it, but that's just kind of how
Yeah, I don't know
fandoms
what-
work.
That's just how it is.
Literally how fandoms work, yeah.
There's a shit ton of stuff here.
It's literally one ladder.
I'm sorry. I like that.
There's not a ladder back there. I forgot the word for cage.
You just.
see if I water there?
I do.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm good. Sorry, it's literally one letter, and taking up space is like a really good amount of things, actually. Because that's just enough for someone to be like, that's a lot of things taking up this area.
Yep.
But that's the perfect amount. It's like a $4 type amount. Like $4 is a comical amount of money.
Mm.
Like what was
I
it?
think $6 is funnier, but that's not like for any particular reason.
Well, I was referencing like a Zach Oyama when he was like
I love Zach Oyama.
he was trying to like move like a goose out of the way or something, and he kept getting bit or something. And he was like, I have $4 to try to move it out of the way, and it's the perfect amount of money. And because like it's made of only small bills. $6 is funnier, but it's still 2 bills.
I'll give you
$4
$1
is
if
like
you're
the
nice
most.
to me.
I'll give you $1 if you go and draw me with the glue brush.
I'm not drawing you using only the glue brush.
I wanted to you. Wait, hold on. That'd be so funny. What texture would that look like? Spoiler alert, it's glue.
It's just glue. It's nothing else.
Yeah, no, I realized I had to do texture next after I finished shading, and shading is already a lot worse than I thought it was.
I guess the glue brush could be used for like sweat, but
Opacity? That's milk. I don't want to sweat milk.
You guys don't
Do you want to
sweat
sweat
milk? I think I'd love to sweat milk actually.
It's probably from your dead grandparents. I've heard so much about. Oh wait, isn't that how mammals work? They might be giants. Tell me about those.
Jackson, you're only one step away from lactation.
Not when you're not here. How am I one step away from lactation? What's the one step away?
If you sweat milk.
Oh god, that's almost
Or
enough
if
to
you
make
gave
a guy.
birth.
That's almost enough to make a guy panic, and then that just causes more.
Have you ever given birth?
So I've been reading Agatha Christie, and so
Give a
Agatha
little
Christie,
birth on the side.
she uses the word birth, B-E-R-T-H.
Oh, that's weird.
And now I've thought of like the term instead of like got milk or like give head, instead of like got bed, which is got birth. And I'm laughing at that after many different gods.
And the song.
What's your favorite medication?
Dedication?
Medication.
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 Yep.
Probably Bentyl. But that's just
I like that one.
It keeps my tummy from hurting.
What fruit?
Oh.
But I'm also a fan of well actually so in our D&D campaign, which I'd love to tell you about.
Yeah.
There's one character named Xanadu, but I called him Xanax so many times that he just gave up and started telling people his name was Xanax. So,
Yeah.
you know how it is.
Yeah, I do.
But then also the headmaster of the school is called like Aspectus, so everyone just calls him Asbestos.
Aspectus Patronum!
Get cancer, idiot.
One of my favorite moments is I was having a conversation with like Chris's mom, and which is always where the best things come up.
Yeah.
And she does like Harry Potter, and so does Chris. But I had a whole like very long conversation about the Emperor's New Groove with her,
Yeah.
and we were trying to one up each other about like quotes from like the one map where it's like doesn't make sense
Yeah,
to
yeah, the map.
wrong leather, and I'm pretty sure she won, which I think is impressive because I watched that movie like the night before I went over there.
Really? I love that movie.
It's a stellar movie, but also Chris's mom, please. Why?
Maybe
He's
Chris's
also
mom
not-
should stop repeatedly watching Emperor's New Groove and feed her son.
Did I ever tell you like did he okay, so ask Chris what his favorite type of pizza is sometime.
Why?
What do you think the answer's going to be?
Like white pizza or something?
It's a better answer than that.
It's not like
So-
just cheese. Maybe it's like cheddar broccoli.
It's better. I think it's arguably better. So I'm gonna tell you this in confidence. So Chris is going to answer probably cheese
Confidence
pizza.
revive. Yeah. Okay. Well,
He's probably gonna answer cheese pizza, which is fair. But if you ask him if he likes pepperoni pizza, he will say kinda.
okay.
And so I want you to dissect knowing what you know in Chris studies after taking Chris 303 or whatever, 103 or whatever. Please, what does kinda mean for Chris here?
Oh boy.
Why does Chris kinda like pepperoni pizza?
I don't know.
Here's a hint. His mother does something to it.
Oh. She used the glue brush.
No, that's Pete the cat. You're confused.
I'm sorry. What episode? What? Which Pete the Cat book was that?
You don't remember seeing that image?
No.
Sorry I brought it up because you clearly have been lucky enough to forget because we both looked at that together. Oh well. It's okay. It's the burden all just bear. It won't reawaken in you.
Thank
But-
you.
But Chris's mom, the answer was C. Chris's mom takes all of the pepperonis off.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Why does she get pepperoni
Chris-
pizza?
Chris likes pepperoni pizza. Mother, you should tell Mother. How does Chris like his pepperoni pizza?
Without pepperoni.
What happens to it?
Peels all the pepperoni off and his mom eats it because he likes the greasy part, but he won't eat the actual pepperoni.
That's so he wants. Okay. I'm imagining Chris wringing out his pepperonis over the pizza.
Hamlet.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're talking to Jake from State Farm.
I will talk trash about Chris. But I will also say this to his face. Do not get me wrong.
It's not behind his back if you would say it.
It's
right
not
to him.
behind its back if I would absolutely tell it to his face. Because it would be in a slightly nicer wording, but
But Chris.
it's also Chris, so it's and so
Well,
he asked for pepperoni and his mom picked it all off and ate it. He asked for pepperoni though. Chris, pepperoni flavor is not grease. I don't
It's
know
like,
who's gonna
have you
tell
seen
him.
Have you seen the bacteria is not a flavor post?
No,
It's basically
that
it's just,
sounds stellar.
it just says daily reminder to wash your water bottles, and then someone replies, "No, I like the flavor," and they go, "Bacteria is not a flavor." That's
Oh god, that reminds me of moldy straws. Ew.
what moldy straws.
Do you not know how like some people like just don't wash their straws because they don't perceive that it's like the inside could get moldy?
You're like a
Like
reusable
the wash,
straw. You have to wash that.
they'll wash like the outside, but like there's like a fair like amount of people out there, like about the same amount who think chocolate milk comes from brown cows
Yeah.
that believe that. Mother, I know it's really funny to you, but when 13% of American adults believe chocolate milk comes from brown cows, it stops being a joke.
It's a pretty funny
Yes.
though.
It's not a funny joke to them, no. And I understand, like, if you're gullible or something, but also, how gullible do you have to be? Like, there wasn't any marketing campaign that I could think of that would do that to you.
I would.
Peter Arnell isn't that good. Shift up on the bookshelf for Halloween.
I think I can see shift right now. Like I could grab it with my hands. It's that close to me right
Where's
now.
Grandma going to college?
I don't know where I'm going to college. Where are you going to college, Hamlet?
I'm not going.
The answer's no. My mother shrugged and said, okay.
I just don't think it's worth it.
I
for
think
my
what she was
field.
looking for. She was looking for you to, like, kind of get an answer. Do you have a major?
I would just go for video production, but most schools just have something that's like near that.
No. He does not want to go to college. I do not think. If he does, he can just come visit me wherever I go. You want to go hold my phone and talk to Hamlet? Are you gonna? Are you
What are
not
you
gonna
gonna
go
say
to the
to me?
bathroom right now? Okay, then you can have the phone.
Hi.
Hey.
So, are you going to college?
No.
Oh no. Okay. What are you gonna do?
I'm probably gonna take some courses online and start freelancing while I look for work.
Freelancing for what?
Video production, mostly editing.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah, it's what I'm at tech school for right now.
Oh, that's fun. I'm trying to like help Jackson try to figure out where he's going to go to college.
Does he
So,
have any clue what he wants to do?
well, he wants to do something in biology.
Love how your extensa helping me. It's been asking me every 2 to 3 days about where I want to go to college. And there's nothing.
Because we have to figure it out. We have to start applying.
You haven't done anything. So what do you want to, where do you want to go to college every 2 to 3 days? Like, I just changed my mind.
I've done research. I know where I want you to go to college,
Well, that's
but
kind of
I
limited.
can't. I have.
Messages from college.
I've researched biological schools.
That's kind of something Jackson needs to do if he wants to do college.
I know, and he says he wants to do college, but then he won't. He hasn't narrowed it down. So in my head, I've narrowed it down, but we need to start applying. It's like that time.
Well, he needs to know, like, what you're...
Look, I'm just trying to be a good mom and help him.
Oh, yeah, like, I say help him, but, like, he needs to be able to, like, know why he wants to go to a college. Like,
No, I
why he wants to
absolutely
go to a
agree.
specific college.
So I've done a little bit of research, but my research doesn't matter if that's not what he wants to do.
Exactly.
I'm trying to be helpful. We're
So,
getting
if he
to the
wants to go
point
to
where we need to
college,
apply.
It's kind of late for next year, so you better push on that.
Well, we need to figure out next year. Like it's time to do it. Because I'm just trying to help him. But anyway, I'm gonna hand you back to him because I was really hoping that you were gonna say you were going to college, and I was
You
like,
wanted
Jack,
me to convince
go to
him?
college.
No.
I'm totally
No.
trying to
I
do that,
hate
but
the
you're not. But
idea of college. I hate the institution, and I want it burnt down. So we can.
I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with you. But I thought maybe he might go to the same college you did. But if you're not going to college, it's fine. So I'm going to hand you back to him.
Okay.
You have a fabulous night and happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Love you.
That whole conversation had her like talking into every different side of my phone in order to try to figure out where the audio was coming from and where the audio was being picked up. And at first she treated it like a phone call, but then the top half of my phone wasn't putting out sound instead of the bottom half because you're on speaker.
Yeah.
And so then she started trying to go and like listen to that part and talk into that part. But then she then like kind of reversed it like to the other half halfway through that. And then I think she flipped it over at one point. It was kind of funny.
That's great.
I was trying to hear. Say, don't forget.
On top of that, it's kind of funny because I have never. She did not give me any more research. Also, I should point out, I do not think she's informed me of any college other than like, oh, this is where our grandfather went. This is where Aunt Tracy went, and I'm like, who is that? Yeah, but you kind of name random relatives. Like, it's kind of like someone was just born 20 years ago, and then now they're here.
It's okay. I was just born like 17
That's crazy.
years ago.
You forgot to carry the one.
Oh shit.
1.17 years ago.
1.17 years. Yup.
4 and negative 53 years ago.
Yup. That's how long I've been
I
here.
actually- Did I do that math right? No, and negative 63 years ago. 4 negative 63 years ago. So how's your college application process going? Did you get your letter of recommendation?
I've honestly meant to get letters of recommendation, but I just haven't because I don't want to like approach my teachers and be like, here's a list of my good qualities. Okay, here, write about it.
Okay, you losing it? You losing it? Alright. I currently intend on asking only the teachers who like me. And there's like a couple who really like me, and it's really tough because about like one teacher every year like really, really likes me.
That's how it is.
And so it's really tough to go and figure out which one of them should brag about me. Because like one of them
you can do multiple, you know.
Yeah, but when there's like 3 of them, I don't think I can do more than 2.
Well,
One's for my work ethic and one's for me as a human. And the one for me as a human, I know who's getting that one, but my work ethic? When it's bad in all three of them, I don't know what the answer is. Well, it was bad for. No, I'll just ask one of the ones this year. I'll go and choose a teacher this year I want to brag about me.
You can do it. I believe in you. Or you can just
but
forge it.
Jackson is the greatest student that has ever been in a classroom.
I'll write it for you. I'll be your letter of recommendation.
We just sent a letter. We just sent a letter. We just sent a letter. I wonder who it's from. It's called the Zimmerman Telegram. It's called the Zimmerman Telegram.
It's
called the Zimmerman Telegram.
I wonder what it says inside of it. Uh-oh. This was not meant for me.
Mexico. No.
Oh, man. It would be a shame if something bad happened right now.
Didn't I call the fact that she was about the college thing though that she was gonna talk about? I called it. I called it. I was like, she's gonna be like, "Oh, where are you going?" Maybe that'll help. Go and motivate the child. No.
I feel like she does this a lot where she's like, "Oh, how are you doing?" and something like just to get me to like motivate you. And,
how are you doing?
And most of the time it backfires.
How do you relate to my son? Have you ever had problems?
No.
So, don't you think that essential oils can go and cure my atherosclerosis and my arthritis? Here's Samuel's mom. 20 questions. Did you drag Chris across the stage? Yes. You're Chris's mom.
Oh.
What was the? I was gonna speak. Oh yeah, no. She asked about you, and like you were like, oh yeah, no. I'm not really going to college. And I was really, really, really expecting her to be like, well, who else is in this call? And I was about to be like, oh yes, no, send one of my better friends forth. One with a future.
Hello, Russ.
She's all disappointed.
I'm going to college. I'm going to
one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Ohio. Not Ohio
Penn
State. I'm not going.
I'm going to Iowa. That's made up.
They don't know I'm coming. I haven't told them yet. It's kind of gonna be like a surprise.
I still really want to fill Mel's room with balls. It's such a good prank. And like we could escape through the window. That'd be so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Are we capable of doing that? Like as like a Christmas present? Like to him specifically? Like, can we go sneak into his house and fill it with balls?
I don't know what the market on plastic ball pit balls is right now. I think they're cheaper used if we want to fill his house with the Z's.
They would be cheaper used. So we're gonna go and buy the prostitute ones probably from a McDonald's. And then we'll maybe disinfect them or something.
Why disinfect them? It's so much less flavorful that way.
Bacteria is not a flavor. Bacteria is not a flavor. Bacteria is not a flavor. I wonder who it's from.
But this one.
Yeah, no, that's my life. Yeah, no. Oh, I finished Tess of the D'Urbervilles.
The what, Hans?
The Tess of the D'Urbervilles. It's
you say
like
nonsense words.
Tess of the D'Urbervilles. If I say it,
if you say it again,
it's a
I'll
book.
Get it.
Yeah. I'm reading Pets of the D'Urberville.
Mm-hmm.
There's an apostrophe between the D and the UR, if that helps.
Okay, it doesn't.
So there's a book that I've been reading for AP Literature, and it's called Test of the D'Urbervilles. And it's like the one book I was like, this book is really, really, really hard to read without reading it inside of a witch accent and having someone else suffer through this with me. So someone else should come with me and then go and experience this pain with me. And so
Sounds like
Merlin
fun.
joined, and so I thanked Merlin profusely. And Merlin was like, "Oh yeah, no." So I've been picking up like a lot of sexual undertones, like a lot of sexual undertones, and it's
From who?
it's a
The book?
and it's about like a Victorian England book about like sin versus like purity of like the innocence turning into like the tainted of innocence with sin, like when like a young girl has like sex, she's no longer pure, type thing for Victorian England. And so Merlin, like I read it to Merlin and whatever, and there was a quote that was like, and her mother handed her her stockings with who had like a bunch of holes in it around the kneecaps, where she was kneeling in the middle of roads and rivers looking for vegetable or mineral treasures.
That is funny to me.
And I explained that to like my class of like 6 other people, and I was like, you're telling me this is not sexual like at all, like not even like a little bit? And they went, no. And I went,
Yeah, it is.
how many vegetable and mineral treasures are you gonna find in the middle of the road?
Kneeling.
What about a stream? Why are you kneeling?
Why are you
You
kneeling?
you crouch down. And you wouldn't do it in your nice stockings either. But then on top of all that, there's like another scene where she she gets hired for like a hen house. For like this really creepy like dude who also pretends to be her cousin to get her to love him. Weird. But that like a hen house, and this hen house used to be like for like a nursery of like children, but now it's like just for hens. And she's been described as like a bird a lot, and this hen house happens to have like a bunch of chickens in there, and like this woman, the mother of the weird son, goes, "Hi, I'm blind, so if I can't see my chickens, I like to hear them." And the last hen girl taught the chickens how to sing by whistling at them. So
Yes,
if you
of
could
course.
whistle at my chickens, that would be great. And so she's like, I haven't whistled in a while, but sure. And so so I want this image to be painted very clear in your head. So she's now inside of the hen house, and she's holding a chicken. And so the guy, her weird cousin, is watching her from afar in ivy, like a voyeur, which is weird, but all right. And so listen here and tell me this isn't sexual. She's on her knees inside of a hen house, and a male word for chicken is also cock, I should point out. And so she's on her knees with the weird hold stockings inside of a hen house, and she's blowing out air because she can't whistle well,
Yeah.
while whistling to a cock. While a man who's really creepy and her cousin who wants to fuck her is watching from
Hold on a
afar.
sec. Whatever. I think it was my mother, but that's her problem.
And so, I'd like to ask you, what do women do?
I don't know.
Well, I posit, what do chickens do?
Chickens?
Yep.
They kind of waddle, but like not like most birds. They don't. I guess they don't actually waddle. They run. Have you ever watched a chicken run? Not like the movie.
Yeah.
It's funny to me, and I think the fact that they just look so goofy when you pick them up, that's also funny to me. But not as funny as a duck looks when you pick it up.
Yes, duck picking up is funniest.
Yeah.
But I pause it once again. What do chickens do daily?
Chickens do daily eggs.
What do women do daily?
Women do monthly eggs.
So that was the other point I brought up, because this weird cousin ends up raping this girl, and it like takes her innocence away, and like the whole Puritan society hates her, whatever. But women lay
How
eggs,
dare
and
you
I
get
kind of
raped?
I tied that in the book, and then everyone was like, "You're weird and a pervert," and I went,
No, that's
"This
what
author's
happened.
this author's a pervert." You're telling me this was not a sexual undertone symbolism this whole time? And it's not like I only tie into like sexual symbolisms. I tied into like a lot of other symbolisms. But I just think it's a little bit unfair for them to be like, "Oh
Yeah.
no, you're sexual and
They're
a
not the
pervert."
freak
But I'm
there.
like, you're telling me that there's holes in your stockings just for fun? Like, I know the Macy's bathroom's rough, but I mean, like, come on. Like, maybe it's like trying to be like she was doing that in like a river and whatever, and she is innocent enough that she doesn't know what happens, but I think that's still a weird take to go for.
Yeah.
That like we as an like, are we trying to, as an audience, trying to perceive lust and sexual intentions onto this like Victorian girl? I don't know, but it's whatever. And so she ends up getting ostracized from Puritan society after she has this child born from a rape, and then she goes out onto the farm, and then she meets like the love of her life there. And there's like these like three really nice girls who she becomes best friends with, who also love him, but they're so nice, and they're so nice to each other, and it's great. Tess is like a real woman, where she's not like as pure, but she actually thinks for herself, and she actually likes this guy. But then she eventually tells him that she got raped once, and then he freaks out. And then so he starts kind of
Where do you
like
think
trying
the
to go to
kid
Brazil
came
and start.
from?
Yeah. Well, the kid came from Alec, the creepy cousin dude who raped her.
Well, yeah.
The kid also died. I should mention the kid did die before she met him.
Well, I
And
did.
then
Well,
and the child's name was Sorrow, and she buried it in the
ooh.
corner of a graveyard. And
Great.
she she didn't want the child to be she didn't want the child to be like going into double hell for being born out of like wedlock or whatever,
Yeah.
for being born out of a rape, premarital sex. But on top of that, the baby also wouldn't have been baptized before it died because it got sick at like midnight. So she like baptized this child in the middle of the night, and she goes to like this priest, and she's like, "Is it gonna be just the same?" And my favorite quote of this book is like, this priest goes, "Well," in like his mind, it says the thoughts of the priest, and it goes, the priest's first intentions was to say, no, it would not be the same, as if some poor like carpenter came in and like observed the shabby work of someone unprofessional who did it. But then he saw the tears in her eyes and thought second about it. And I went, that is so mean.
Yeah.
But that's that.
Like, your dead baby's going to hell.
Yeah, your dead baby's going to hell, and you should have sent him for me, the professional. Sorry, lady. Best your luck. I'm like, that's rude, but okay. And then so she goes to the farm, the dude flips out or whatever, and then so he goes back to Brazil, and so she meets her cousin again. Cousin in quotation marks, because he's just rich. And so she goes back to him, and she's like, I don't love you. And then he keeps trying to like offer like her family like really nice stuff and whatever, and she's like, I can't love you. And then she goes to like the D'Urberville like how like a crypt or whatever, and he's just down there already, which is creepy. And then there's like this weird omen, and then she eventually ends up finding out that her husband hates her and he never wants to see her again. And she gets really sad, so she goes to like live with Alex, like the creepy cousin dude. And then so Angel eventually comes back from Brazil after realizing how stupid he was. And so he comes
Yeah.
back and he's like, "Please, kid, come with me. I love you. I'm sorry that I ever like had Puritan society affect my judgment upon you." And she goes, "No, it's too late. I'm too busy being hot and sexy and lustful of this man." And then he goes, "No," and then so he starts to walk away. And then at the end of the book, this is the very end of the book that I just got to. That she ends up like cutting like her weird cousin with like scissors, and then he dies.
Yeah,
And so
usually
she
when you
goes-
get cut with scissors, that happens.
And so she goes back, and then she goes on the runaway with her like newest love, and she's so happy or whatever. And they keep like running through the forests or whatever, and she eventually arrives up at like the Stonehenge. She arrives at Stonehenge
As you do. When you're running
And-
off with your secret love.
with you,
you
yeah,
go
yeah, yeah.
to Stonehenge.
And then everyone following her finds her there, and then he's like, "Please let my wife catch her rest first, and she'll come quietly with you. Just let her sleep first." And they go, "Okay," as you
Great.
do with a murderer in Victorian times. And so she catches her seeds. She wakes up, and then she goes, "Okay," and then we're off. And then she goes to die. And that was Chats of the D'Urbervilles.
Great.
I left out a lot, but that was essentially the moral of the story.
What was the moral of the story?
You know, you should have learned it.
Yep.
You didn't see it? It wasn't obvious.
No, I think I
It's
got
a Puritan. It's a Puritan society clouds your judgment and ruins your happiness.
Yeah, I agree, so that's probably fine.
And they also made a very good point that like it wasn't God himself that was clouding everyone's judgment. God serves a purpose. But religion specifically like religious institutions sometimes don't, which I could get behind, so I agree. That's the point I took anyways.
That's cool.
I'm so glad your stream is now educated on Test of the D'Urbervilles.
Yep, they needed it. And by they, I mean one.
Are they still here? Do they
I don't know. Don't ask me
they
these
probably
things.
left?
Questions I don't know the answer to. Well, no, it says that there's one person actively watching.
It's gonna be like Chris, and he's like, "Oh, you know, I read that in homeschool." I'm like,
Classic Chris.
classic Chris, reading. It's so weird. I've read like 4 like high literary books this year. It's so strange. Maybe like 6. Like I've read like a lot.
What have I read?
It's
this
so
year?
weird.
I've mostly just been. I've been reading Life of Pi,
Oh, that's fun.
and I read a biography about John Lennon and about Flood. I don't. Well, no, I have. And the Yellow Wallpaper, but that was just a short story, so it doesn't really count.
I should go read the Yellow Wallpaper.
Read it again.
I never read that.
You never read that. Read it.
I just know about it.
Yeah, it's just kind of like woman goes insane because people are awful to her, kind of thing.
You should go read The Pit and the Pendulum by Edgar Allan Poe. It's like that, except people are just awful to her.
She doesn't go insane.
Well, no, he kind of does, but it's more like, haven't you always wanted to just go and watch someone go and be in like several different torture scenarios?
Always.
And that's kind of the pit and the pendulum. It's like a never-ending. It's like a never-ending torture
Awesome.
like thing, and it's kind of fun. I love that
Fun if
book
you're into
because
that kind of thing.
well, no, it's in the Spanish Inquisition. It's during the Spanish Inquisition.
Oh, the Spanish Inquisition.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Have you ever like listened to a car after like it just stopped running and now it's starting to like cool down?
I don't think
Like
so.
like no, after it just like stops running immediately and then it starts making like crinkling sounds
I don't think
like you
I don't think it's supposed to make crinkling sounds.
go and listen to a car after it just like heat up and started to like cool down or like it's not immediately moving or whatever. And I can't tell if that's like liquid inside of it that's dripping or if it's the car metal itself like no longer expanding and now shrinking.
I think you might be crazy, maybe.
Oh, damn it. I didn't even see any yellow wallpaper.
You didn't see the woman in the wallpaper, I guess.
Just a couple shadows. I really like The Raven. The Raven was so good.
Yeah, there's probably a reason why so many people like it. I assume it's good.
Go and go read that. It's a short story, and I feel like you would enjoy it. And it's also the words flow very nicely together, but they flow so nicely that there's people online who've tried to rap to it. And I would highly recommend watching one of those, if nothing else, because
I think
consider.
I would like to see that.
consider like people doing that just for like a fun school project.
Yeah.
Like it's so good. Huh. We should go do a thing at some point in time.
I know. I'm
I get it as well. I understand. I'm busy as hell. Or like not even like busy, but like don't want to do things.
yeah.
Like it's not even like, oh no, I don't want to be around this person. It's like,
No,
oh,
I get it.
I don't want to be around anything actually. I've decided. It's kind of like you don't have time to think in your daily life, so you just don't make time for it, and then suddenly you do have time for it on a weekend, but it's already overwhelming. Which is why I think we should go and have the 4-day work week. But oh well, grind set mindset.
Gotta keep on that grind.
Yep, back to the yield and grindstone. Well, I'm so glad I could educate you about one of my wonderful literary niches.
I love your
This will
literary
definitely,
niches.
this is definitely going to produce a long-withstanding joke about like kneeling for vegetable and mineral treasures in rivers, maces, and
Get on your knees
roads.
for my minerals, baby.
Mother, would you like to go and kneel for
No.
vegetable and mineral treasures for me? With me. I am the very model of a modern major general, the imposition, vegetation, animal, and mineral. And
It's okay to be the very.
baby, I'll be the very model of your major general.
The very
Generals
modern
and majors are never too far.
I know that song.
It's
Okay,
so
so like I mentioned that I really like that song, and I mentioned it to my dad, assuming he would know the band.
She would
XTC.
absolutely know that.
Exactly, and he just goes, "What?"
What?
And I go, "Excuse
How does he
me?"
not?
He that's like his thing, is knowing stuff like that, and it's like
Yeah, no, that's
completely
his-
in his wheelhouse. And
That
like
is
I think he would
yeah.
like XTC too, and he's just like, "Huh?" Like, I'm
I
sorry.
almost brought up I almost asked my father for the question of don't you think like Hamlet's father would know that? But then I thought about it and he went, no, you would not know that.
Which one? Which?
I asked my father if he knew if Hamlet's father would know that song from
Generals and
XTC if that's in his
Majors?
wheelhouse.
I love Generals and Majors.
Mother, do you think Hamlet's father would know about Generals and Majors by XTC?
I mean, I would love it if you didn't.
Well, the thing is, like,
He doesn't think so.
he loves 80s music. He loves, like, new wave stuff. He loves, like, he was a DJ for 20 years. He knows, like, every other song. And
Wait, your dad likes XTC?
no, that's
Well,
the
he
problem. It like I think he would like the band too. Like a lot, it fits with a lot of the other stuff he likes.
He was a DJ where?
Korea.
He did radio and gigs, so he's been around. Most of his
Like college radio? Like
no,
where did he do
like he was
radio
on
gigs?
stations mostly in New Jersey and Delaware.
What, when?
90s
Are
and
we talking the
2000s.
80s?
But he's always been very interested in top music. I said 90s and 2000s, or like early 2000s.
Okay.
Yeah, he wouldn't know.
Well, I know XCC is like from the 80s, but like he knows a lot of stuff. Like he knows so much other junk from that time. So like,
But do you know XTC?
Of course.
yeah.
No, you have like a beautiful taste in music.
I'm built different.
You're you actually have better taste in music than my kid does. Like you're pretty fucking cool.
Aw, thank
Do you want a banana?
I don't know if I've asked you, but do you like
I hate this fucking song.
I've been meaning to get into Green Day, but do you like Talking Heads?
What were they? Again, I know the songs. I don't know the bands that well.
Talk to me about Talking Heads.
I learned the bands. Is that a song specifically?
No, it's a band.
Maybe not.
What about the B-52s?
Oh my god, really the B-52?
My mother just got really excited.
He's a rock monster right now.
Oh, yeah, no, I love them. I love them. They're great. I like their SpongeBob song.
I really
Bikini
like
Bottom, so well.
I like just saying the words to Private Idaho and watching people be like, "What are you on about?"
Oh.
That sounds. You're just living in a potato.
You're living in your own private Idaho. You're living in private
No.
Idaho.
You don't want Hamlet as your son.
Why?
There is so many other smaller problems that you don't know about that you are ill-equipped to handle.
No, it's okay.
No,
I'm
you are not.
probably more equipped than mine. So
I don't understand anyone who could be prepared for that. That
There's
sounds
some
like a
people.
lot of work.
it's not like they put any work into it. So Rust.
I love him.
What else? I'm also a really big Devo fan.
Can we go on? My mother asked if we could adopt you.
Get me out of here.
Yo, wait. Do you think we're like legally allowed to go and like move in with each other somewhere?
I
Like
think
for like
so.
college? Are we allowed to be roommates?
I'm planning to move in with Mello after his brother moves out. but I haven't told anyone that, so.
What did you not told anyone?
We're planning living arrangements.
Oh, is he gonna come live here?
No. My mother said you can come here.
I'd actually love to.
You want to come here with the glue brush.
We're gonna listen to lots of
Shut up
music.
about the glue brush. I can't handle it.
Glue brushes. I know you can't handle the glue brush.
What else do I go on about? What other old bands do I go on about? Oh, I mean, I love Cake, but I don't know. Do your parents like Cake?
Mother, do you like cake? Do you like cake?
I do like cake. I don't love cake, but I like cake.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm kind of a cake. I mean, I'm huge Oingo Boingo, but
Oingo, boingo.
A bonus clue.
I mean, I've got Halloween songs to sing about Oingo Boingo. Are we really? All right, let's talk about the escalator of life.
We're riding on the escalator of life. We're shopping at the human mall.
I love him. Seriously, he's the best. I love you, Hamlet.
Love you too.
You too.
So you're stopping at the... Yeah.
You don't know more lyrics than that. Don't even try.
No, I don't
Don't
either,
even-
so it's fine.
You don't know more lyrics than that. I'm telling you right now. Say like one more lyric after that line.
We're riding on the escalator. Stop it. Don't make fun of me right now. I don't think it. What? Something about a shopping mall.
It's alright.
Something about a shopping mall.
Oh my gosh.
I'm having fun. You clearly can't hear this. It's...
Can we talk about... Are you making plans for Nigel?
Okay, see, so I've tried to get into XCC before, and I like a couple of their songs, but I'm just not that big into it.
Okay, you have to... It's a great song.
That one's been eternally in my head for
I
like
think my
years.
favorite XCC song is Generals
Listen.
and Majors.
Can you just listen to Lemons and Oranges or Oranges and Lemons? What's the name of that album?
Lemon Demon?
No, Lemons. I mean, I like Lemon. All right. Fucking play the shark song.
Put it in the fridge. Put the stuffing in the fridge.
Shark, lurking in the dark in the depths of the sea one day.
I bet I could find more songs that you would like of Lemon Demon. I could curate a personal Lemon Demon list.
Yeah. Do that. It'll be your Christmas present.
Their song.
Yay! She learned like 40% of the lyrics to Jaws, which is more than she's learned in most music.
I guess I'm a Duran Duran, Elvis Costello, and Adam Ant casual.
Adam and casual.
Well, actually, really weird. Chris is a big Adam Ant fan, which like doesn't really
What?
it doesn't really fit for him. Like, I don't. I would not.
Chris doesn't fit Chris fits a profile. And it's Broadway music and fandom music, and he hasn't gotten anywhere further.
And neither
He's
of
like
those
literally
are
where
Adam
we
Ant.
were. Oh god, Chris is just us 7th grade.
Yep.
Oh weird. Gross. I don't like that.
Chris coming up to us like, guys, I can finally do the fast part in that one Cuphead song.
Good job, Chris.
Great, Chris.
We're so happy. Chris, you can't hear the flippin' jibber jabber yet. Come
I
back
bet
when
your
you
parents
can.
like the Violent Femmes.
They would, yeah. Hold on, let me go ask.
I'm not okay.
Father!
Don't get me wrong. I
Not
just,
you, father. Do you like the violent femmes? You got so excited she's coming.
No, I don't actually know that much about them. Shit.
She's no mother. Mother. No,
It just seemed like the kind
no.
of
Mary
thing.
is on the phone. She's not interested in using.
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
you ready? When I'm a walking, I strut
Sorry,
the
I'll be quieter.
stuff, and I'm so strung out. I just might stop to get you out.
She's a little bit
Okay.
drunk right now. I don't know if you noticed.
Alright, I'll leave her
Did you-
alone.
Every single time I'm like, yeah, no, let me go and name a new band. I need to go and question. Hey Ma! Like Jacksepticeye.
Yeah.
Hey Ma!
Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
Alright, I need to get off the stream. I drew 3.
You gotta get off.
And I peeled, like, too much. You know that thing where you're, like, picking at your lip, but then you peel too much skin off and now it just hurts, like, whoa.
Yeah.
It's bad.
My favorite is when you go enough inside there that you eventually reveal a second smaller lip in there.
Yeah, that's what happened, doesn't it?
I get, so, you know how, like, I still get, like, canker sores from, like, PFAPA?
Oh.
I have an autoimmune disorder called PFAPA. I get
Oh,
sick every
yeah,
month. My
yeah.
body thinks it's a virus. And at the end of it, canker sores arise inside of my lips. Which, do you know what those are?
No.
They're, like, little tiny, like, blisters that my mouth does. But, that's, like, kind of awful because it's kind of like an open wound in your mouth. And, it's kind of awful because you can't have, like, salt in there. And luckily, there's no foods that have salt in them that would disrupt that. Like mustard, that's awful. Nothing acidic, nothing, like, salty. Nothing that would, like, worsen a cut. So anything that you wouldn't want in an open wound should not go in your mouth. But
Great!
it's so hard not to do that, and, like, you don't want to, like, upset it.
Mm-hmm.
But I asked my biology teacher, just on the offhand chance, for no apparent reason, what would happen if, like, you ingested, like, an HIV positive, like, fluid?
You would
Like,
get HIV.
would that be able to transmit? And then she was like, that very good question. Absolutely would transfer through canker sores. And I went, cool. For no apparent reason.
Just don't
just-
drink it.
Curiosity. Just don't drink.
Just
Don't
try
drink
not to
glue.
drink anything that's HIV positive. Oh shoot, I accidentally closed my browser. That's okay, I need to end my stream anyway.
No. This is an important lesson everyone needs to know.
I'm gonna end my stream. Bye stream.
Bye, guys.
Bye stream.